I'm Matthew Savage.
Right, my name's Julian. My name is Bruce Botts.
I'm Chris Honeyman.
My name's Robert.
We're street pastors.
Well, it's a good way of being involved in the community, of helping your community.
You can help people with no strings attached. You just help people. And that could be my grandson or granddaughter on the street who might need a hand. So, we're sowing seeds and we're helping.
Just showing love and bringing peace to the high street.
We show our Christian faith by what we do.
You need passion. You need passion to actually go out and meet people. You need compassion as well.
I think the biggest ingredient, for want of a better phrase, is that you've got to be a people person. You need to relate to people.
You've got to be prepared for the unexpected, and that's the novelty of it. But it's teamwork. You work together as a team, and you support each other, and that's vital and important.
We give our time, we give our love in a strange sort of way because we care about people. We're caring about young people, old people, visitors, holiday makers, rough sleepers, whoever. So we give ourselves really to the community.
Generally, community work, talking to people, spending time, as it says, we're a listening ear.
It's really giving something back to people that they might not necessarily find that help anywhere else. We have had the ambulance service come along with us, and as part of their training.
We work the SOS bus in Southend because they provide really good first aid needs.
The Rotary Club and the Lions are very supportive, and they often come in as well. The police have sometimes come out. We've had counsellors come out, ministers from the churches have come out and seen what we get up to. So it is very much a community-based project.
We had a young lady being dragged up the high street by two strange men, and it just looked really, really strange. So we sauntered across and just said hi, and one of the men dropped his side of the girl. She landed on the floor and the young man ran away. One
night we had this old lady who'd been wandering in Hutton. The police had picked her up and brought her back to the hub because they knew it was a safe place.
I found this girl walking down the middle of the street. Well, she was a bit too aware for drink. And she was wandering, literally wandering side by side. She was like a ballet dancer.
Basically, this lady come from a nightclub and her foot was bleeding. So the guy in charge, we sat her down, we bandaged her foot up to stop the bleed.
I could see the cars crossing the front of the road, and she could have just walked straight into a car. There's no two ways.
It just turned out that one of the street pastors on that night was actually her neighbour. If it had been anyone else, it would have been able to help, so they could actually take her home.
I ran up beside her and just held her hand and kind of swayed with her.
One of our leaders went back, spoke to the doorman of the club and said, can we get her a taxi? She's fine, she's not bleeding anywhere. And we got her in a taxi, got her to Basildon General Hospital.
I said, I've got a taxi for you, because she was not too coherent, as it were. She said, thank you so much, that's very kind of you. And they opened the door and the other team got her in and took her home.
We had to call the police because there was something really fishy going on there. We were able to help the young lady, make her comfortable, call an ambulance, but the police had to come because it was obvious that she was being dragged away. When we go back to the church to get our hats and coats and get ready to go home, we can actually talk together, we pray together, and we can diffuse any anxieties and share any worries before we go home. That way we drive home safely and we can go to bed with an easy mind. But we're there to work with each other, it's a fellowship.
Wow, that's a big question. There's all sorts of avenues that we can go down. I think our biggest concern is that we don't spread ourselves too thinly.
Within a year, we've seen street pastors go international.
Our next step will be school pastors in the senior schools, probably in particular.
We can look at the trains, people coming home on the train late at night.
We're always looking for more people.
When there's a disaster, we can, if trained, be called to go and help. And again, that's all we do, is help.